Welcome back to the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet Countdown. So today on the countdown, I want to say welcome back. It's been a bit of a time since the last one, and mostly that's just because of the information drought that we've kind of been in. And of course, last week we received a major trailer. I didn't get to it quite on the punch, but I'm getting to it now. I got some motivation issues that I'm working out still. But we're back with the countdown, guys. I'm super excited to be back, and we have a lot of information from legends to starters to new Pokemon to gyms to characters to themes. Everything under the sun is here, and we can definitely talk about it and speculate more about what it's going to end up being. So to start off with it, and since I never actually did any information on them, I want to talk about the starters. Now, last time that we were met, there really wasn't too much information. Like, we had the basic information like category, like type, height, weight, ability, and then a small description. But now we have a little bit more and a little bit of footage from the trailer if we can see them in game. Before I say anything, I love the model for the starters in the game. This game is looking to be fantastic. Like, the graphics are stunning to me. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, they're just Pokemon graphics, they're lazy, and it's stupid. To me, I love this graphics, because I love the feel of it. You know, it feels very fluid, it feels very real, it feels just nice. I'm glad to see this kind of animation that we haven't really seen before. So I'm super excited to see what they have for us for the rest of the game, especially for the other Pokemon. So today I want to start off by talking about I just totally forgot his name. Sprigatito. As far as I'm aware, that's how you pronounce it. Sprigatito is the grass type starter of the blank region. I'm just going to say that for now because we don't have a region name yet. Hopefully we'll have one by the end of this month maybe, but that's a whole nother countdown for that. But Sprigatito, the grass type Pokemon, it is the grass cat Pokemon. Its typing is grass, and we'll come back to that in a second because I want to speculate about like the actual what it could be eventually. Its height is 1 foot 4 inches. Its weight is 9 pounds, and its ability is just, of course, Overgrow. This is a very interesting Pokemon. I know that a lot of people are memeing about this, and this is probably the more popular one out of all three. I would assume that it's the most popular. Possibly Fuecoco could be the most popular. It is not Quaxley, which I'm glad because I love Quaxley. He's my boy. But I like the idea of this Pokemon. Of course, we've had a cat starter before, and that's fine. It's definitely interesting. I think that obviously they're going to go off of some sort of possibly Sabertooth-esque design for this. Though, because the grass starters are typically meant to be based off of anything that's like prehistoric. So a Sabertooth would make a lot of sense for this. Something like that, along that lines. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go down, but we have this Pokemon to look at for now. Its design is very simple. I know the memes, obviously, that it's going to end up being on 2 legs. I don't think it will, personally. I think it'll stay on all 4s. The memes aren't really that funny, to be honest. And of course, the other memes that I don't really want to mention it, just out of it doesn't need to be on this channel. But there is those other memes as well. But I want to talk about typing before we go into the full-on, description there. So, typing-wise, it's very difficult to pinpoint this. From some of the descriptions, in which we'll get into in a second, it makes it feel like it should be a fairy type. it should be Grass Fairy by the time it's fully evolved. To me, it seems like that might be the most likely. Otherwise, there really isn't that many other possibilities, in my opinion. I'm going to throw this one out here just because I think it would be cool, is Grass Electric. Because since we haven't really seen anything like that, I don't think we've ever had an electric starter, which is very interesting. So I would love to see something along this lines. It'd be super cool. But Grass Fairy is probably the most likely. And then I'll also throw out that it could just be pure grass. They could also go down the line that they did with, 8th generation. And of course, all three of them are literally just their pure typings. They're pure grass, water, and fire. So it could be pure grass. I don't think so from the description. I still think it's going to be Grass Fairy because it matches it the most. And the second, I could see Grass Electric just because it's cool. Just because the idea, it's a cat, it's supposed to be fast. I guess that's really the only tie do we have to it. But I think it'd be definitely interesting if we could see Grass Electric. But let's move on to the descriptions we have here. So, Sprigatito, a kneading move that releases a sweet aroma. When Sprigatito kneads and rubs with its forepaws, a sweet aroma is released that can mesmerize those around it. This aroma has therapeutic qualities and makes opponents lose their will to battle. So this is one of the reasons why I'm thinking fairy. Especially since it releases this aroma, so it sounds like it could be some sort of sweet veil or aroma. I can't think of the other one, but I think like Aroma and Tease has it. So it's like something along that lines makes sense that it could totally release like an aroma that's fairy-like. But that's really maybe the only tie to it. To me, that seems like a good tie to fairy typing. I'm not sure though. I could be completely wrong. I try not to look at anything online before I do anything else with these countdowns. I try not to look at people's opinions or ideas or, the speculation or anything. I don't look at leaks or discussion before I go into these because I want my raw thoughts out to you guys instead of being influenced by other things. But to me, Grass Fairy seems like the most likely. But we'll see. Fur with a similar composition to plants. The composition of its fluffy fur is similar to that of plants, letting it create energy by absorbing sunlight. It adds moisture to its fur by grooming itself, which aids its ability to photosynthesize. So, simple enough there. I mean, that kind of makes the whole grass typing thing make sense to it. Otherwise, it's just a cat. So I'm glad to see that it's gonna be plant-like none the least. I could see it definitely being like eventually, like I said, with Grass Fairy, but I can also see it very flowery like. So it may not be fully green eventually. I could definitely see it getting some pinks and stuff like that. I mean, its eyes are pink, as well as its nose and mouth, but otherwise, I mean, I could definitely see it growing flowers. Maybe the kind of mane that it has around its neck could eventually bloom into a larger flower. I think would be really cool. So that's Sprigatito for you guys. It's a good Pokemon. I have no problem liking any one of these. Like, I like all three of them. To me, Quaxley is still my favorite, but I don't have any quarrels with any of these Pokemon. Like before, I didn't like Sobble from the start. Like, I really didn't like Sobble that much. Or I can say I didn't like Froakie from the start or whatever, So this is a very, very interesting 3 starters that we have. Of course, we still got 2 more to talk about. I don't know when we're going to get to that, none the least. I'm still trying to figure some things out right now, especially since now we're going into kind of the information age. So we're going to get probably, I would bet, a trailer like maybe the first week of July, possibly even the second, but I could see the first. So we'll get more information as we go. So I don't know if these are going to be weekly or if I'm just going to upload them when I feel like. Probably more like weekly or bi-weekly would make sense, since we don't have a lot of information, but we have enough to survive for a little bit. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am back once again. I'm not used to making commentary at the moment, so hopefully everything was good to go. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.